It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Tsh. Da 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 da. Di da di di da di di da di da 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 da. Di da di li da di li di da. Di da di li di da di li 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 da di da di di da di di da.
What is going on, guys? Today is Daniel's birthday. Me and Daniel have been best friends pretty much since the early years of our high school, and we have been through quite a bit of stuff together. He has honestly done quite a bit for me, and I've always wanted to find a really good way just to kind of show my thanks for everything that he has done, I guess, over the last few years. So today for his birthday, we're gonna surprise him with a new car. I've got the title right here. Daniel has been one of the best people in my life. He has honestly supported me through every venture that I've had. He has pushed me to do things that I never thought that I would do, and it's only because he was there to push me out of my comfort zone to go and do those things. I don't think that I've ever had anybody in my life that will do pretty much anything to help me succeed as much as he does, and I really appreciate that a ton. So there have been countless nights and days that he has just absolutely busted his ass to make sure that every single thing is done to its full potential. Everything needs to get taken care of. He has done pretty much everything for me for the last year and a half, honestly. As far as uploads go, he stays on top of his game so that you guys get the quality content and everything that I want you to have. He is pretty much the guy whenever it comes to that kind of stuff. So I appreciate him a ton. I'm sure you guys probably appreciate him a ton. So know that this is not only coming from me today, but it's coming from you guys, because none of this would even be possible. I would never be able to give him this if it weren't for you guys, so I appreciate that a ton. To give you a little bit of a backstory though, Daniel has not had any car to drive in like 2 years. He's been battling his 350Z, getting it running and then not running and then running and then not running. A few months ago, I bought my mom a Kia Stinger, a brand new Stinger. We went and surprised her with it, and she said that she wanted me to have her old car, and I could sell it or do whatever that I wanted with it. So I took it, and that is what Daniel has been driving around now for the last, I don't know, probably 6 months or so, just because he hasn't had a vehicle to drive. And so I told him that I was trying to sell it, and he was like, okay, well, I'll just drive it until you sell it. And then after that, he started driving, and he's like, I really like this thing, I want to buy it from you. And I was like, okay. So I told him, I was like, well, if you want to work on your credit anyways, let's go to the bank, I'll co-sign for you, we'll get you approved, and we'll just get you a nice loan out, we'll build your credit together, and blah blah blah. I want to help you out. So I was going to sell it to him for really cheap. Well, we went to the bank, I co-signed on the loan application, and the loan application did not go through because the car has over 100,000 miles, which kind of is crappy. The car is valued at about $10,000 or $11,000, and I was kind of blown away that they wouldn't approve it even for the price that I was selling it to him for, which was super cheap. So anyways, Daniel has been driving the car around since then, and I wanted to get him approved for the loan. It didn't get approved because of the mileage. We had like a big argument with the bank, still didn't get approved, so I was a little bit upset about it. And then I knew his birthday was coming up, so I decided that I wanted to surprise him with that car so that he didn't have to buy it, and he could use his money for other things. He's been wanting to do a lot of stuff to his car. He's been a lot more interested in guns lately because I've kind of pushed him into it. I don't expect there to be any kind of reaction from him though, especially if you guys saw the video where we surprised him with all the engine parts and everything to get his car back running a few months ago, which was funny because it ended up being a complete fail, and he blew his engine racing the Camaro, which was pretty funny. But anyways, it is back running now again, which is cool, but it's pretty much a race car at this point, and he's not able to drive it in the rain or anything. So I feel like I'm talking too much. I'm getting nervous. Okay, Daniel, this one's for you. It's funny because he has to edit this.
Ooh, it's hot outside today.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like feeling great this morning.
Hey, can I borrow your keys real quick for the Durango?
Yeah. It's supposed to be like 80 today, I think.
I just need them for a thumbnail. Happy birthday.
What? No. What?
Happy
No.
birthday.
No.
Happy birthday.
No.
Yeah.
No. This isn't gonna work.
We were just talking about
Nope.
this. I was like, hey, what'd you get for your birthday? And he's like, nothing. I don't really want anything.
I'm gonna be kind of soft. I'm gonna say it in front of Andrew because I don't really care. Appreciate everything that you've done for me.
I'm like
semi-pissed. I'll be honest.
I'm serious. Listen, I'm really, really appreciative of everything. So
I was literally about to send you the first payment for that car.
yeah, I know.
I see you shaking.
Yeah.
God. Oh, I hate you.
Oh, happy birthday.
I hate you for doing that. I hate you. I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of mad. I'm a little bit mad. Happy at the same time, but also
Hey,
mad.
spend that money on your AR that you just dropped $1,000.
Yeah,
I actually literally just
I was just telling him that. He was like, "What you gonna do for your birthday?" I was like, I don't know. I don't really expect gifts. I just kind of like use it as an excuse to buy myself stuff. I was like, I just dropped $1,000 almost on an AR, so I mean, like, that's kind of cool. So,
Anyways, though, it's all yours. Happy birthday.
thank you. Yeah, I don't even really know what to say. I'm just like, I literally don't know what to say right now. I've never had that happen to me before.
Comment down below. Tell Daniel happy birthday. It's his 22nd birthday. We are both 22 now. That's so weird. We're
Yep.
just getting so old.
You want anything like dessert for dinner? You want like peach cobbler or anything? Cool. Well, I mean, that does make my life easier. I'll be honest. Can't hide that part.
Yeah, it does.
I hope.
This is from Ohio.
Did you do this?
Hi, this is Gina Eubanks. You're all fair.
God damn it. You Allstate.
Next up, we're going to be working on the black car here. As you guys remember, I told you guys that I had some stuff for this thing coming in, and it all did. So today we're going to be installing these things. I've got a new center console here. Got a new shifter, a little bezel with shift boot and reverse lockout collar right there. Also got a really cool shift knob that is really heavily weighted. This is 1.5 pounds, believe it or not. It's 700 grams. Kind of curious to go drive on this just to see. I didn't know it was going to be this heavy whenever I ordered it, and whenever it came in, I was like, oh wow. Over here we've got a rear seat delete for the car, which is going to be really nice just because it's going to clean up the rear of the car, being that there's no seats there anymore and there's just a bunch of wires and everything hanging out right now, and it looks kind of bad. So just want to get everything back looking quality on that car. And this is from Watson Racing, which is the same people that make the cage that's in the car, and it's supposed to be compatible with that cage, so that way we don't have to do any cuts or anything like that to make sure it fits.
Damn baseball or.
Yeah, no, it does. It's heavy. Gotta look and see exactly how it goes, but I think this is the piece that goes up against the back, and so these are the seat sections. I think it goes something like that. Just kind of freshens everything up, makes it look nice without the seats back there, without adding any real extra additional weight. This one, every time that we pull the car apart and drop the trans, these little clips from Ford factory are just like plastic welded in there, and they break every single time that you try to take these out. I swear, you'll see if any of you guys ever work on an S550 Mustang, doesn't matter what it is, this is gonna break whenever you pull it out. So got our hardware kit here for the I like how it's just seamless. Just all right, thanks, and then just continue. Got the hardware kit here for our rear seat delete, so I guess we can go ahead and get started. I need to pull that console open. I got this console off eBay for pretty cheap, which is funny because Ford, just for this top portion of the console, wanted a ton of money, and I got this entire console completely assembled and everything off of eBay for like 150 bucks.
eBay's a plug, bro.
Which was like a quarter of the cost of what the entire console would have been, and we don't even have to use the whole console. I'm leaving everything on here except for just this top section right here, which I'm going to pull off in a second. I'm going to keep the cup holders. We've got our new shifter trim and everything, so it should be really nice. I'm actually going to have cup holders back. That's going to be crazy, and a shift boot that's looks nice and isn't broken all up. By the way, guys, if you missed the video of us getting this thing dynoed, you really missed out. You need to click up above right now and go check that out. Come back to this video if you need to. The car made decent power actually on this little setup. Again, still kind of limited because we can't get any smaller pulley on the car yet because we can't get anything shipped at the moment from anyone pretty much anywhere. So hopefully soon though, we'll get this thing turned up a little bit more from where it's at, but it still made good power. It made 921 wheel in 4th gear. It probably would have made right at about 985 at the wheel if we would have been in 5th gear, but we maxed out the mile per hour on the dyno from spinning it too fast, because the top of 5th gear, if we were to do a 5th gear pull, is like 180 miles per hour in this car. So anyway though, I'm so excited. It's gonna look so nice in here again. Also on our old trim piece here, I've got this little piece of carbon fiber. Do you think you could somehow gently get this off? So to get started, we're gonna pop out these little side pieces. Our little piece down here. We grab some SK tools out of here, trim panel popper, and we've got our 1/4 inch ratchet and socket set from SK. Gonna need a 7mm to get these 2 little side bolts off here on this side and then also on the other side. To take our trim panel piece, just pop this thing up ever so gently.
All right, and this is actually the only piece that we're going to be replacing today. I do need to make the same exact cut right here on the side on the other new piece, just to fit the parachute handle, which we don't even have on the car right now because we don't really need it at the moment. We can't even drag race in it, but we will, especially with this new setup. We definitely will, but that's still a little bit down the road. We got a few more months till that happens anyway. So take the console and I'm going to pop off the same little side piece here. I'm going to take my trim panel tool again on this new console here and do the exact same thing. Now we've got cup holders again. We don't have this giant hole cut out from where we had a hydro because we're no longer running our hydro, and we're gonna be able to have a brand new shift trim right here with the carbon fiber accented piece, which Doug just now got done taking off the other one. And we're gonna have a new shift knob and shift boot. So it's hopefully gonna be a lot nicer inside, especially once we do this rear seat delete. Next up, let me hop in this thing. We'll pop the shift knob off. I'm gonna loosen our little shift knob retainer lock nut, whatever you want to call it. We've got some SK Allens, and I think we got to loosen up all 3 of these little retainer bolts. Those 3 are loose, and yep, there we go. Now we've got our old busted up nasty trim piece here. Ew, it is all broken, as you guys see, just completely tattered and destroyed, and that's why I wanted to replace it. Look at that nice little template. Now we're gonna cut that little piece out. Once that piece is cut out, we'll be able to fit it down in place properly while keeping our cut out here for the parachute, and then we'll be good to go. While he's working on getting that cut out, I'm gonna look at the rear seat delete back here and see how this thing fits in. So we got the new shift knob, shift boot. It clears the lockout perfectly nice. Got our new log nut. So I'll set that all out of the way. We'll get to that in a minute. So let's open this thing up for the rear seat delete. We got some hardware I see in here. It looks like we got some instructions and some kind of like box. I don't know what this is. Yeah, these look like retainers actually. They probably bolt to something in that. So these actually, you got to pull up some instructions online. So I'll do that real quick. I've got our old carbon fiber piece here that Doug cleaned up and removed all the adhesive off of the back of. I'm gonna take this new 3M double-sided tape here and I'm gonna reattach it to the back, and we're gonna install this onto our new shift bezel. That looks so much better.
Can we help you, Darnell? On your birthday?
Oh, look at this.
Birthday boy slacking, man.
I was washing my hands and I don't want to use paper towels because we have a limited source of them, so I'm just letting them air dry and then I'm going back to work.
Everybody tell Daniel happy birthday. Comment below.
Hooray!
We like to replay, but everybody say happy birthday. Happy birthday, Zorby.
How's this going?
Good.
Okay.
I pulled up the instructions for the rear seat delete, and it's a little bit more complicated than I was hoping for, so I'm gonna wait and do that in a minute. Hey.
We'll do something, birthday boy.
Let me see here. Let me try to get this guided in gently without messing anything up. Plug this back in now that I know it's gonna fit. Everything else is already plugged in down there, and I think I'm good to snap it down. I just gotta tighten down our little 7mm here. Now I need to snap this little piece in right there. Slide this piece back into place. We've got no giant hole cut anymore for the hydro, and we've got cup holders back. Awesome. We are slowly but surely getting there. Next up, I'm gonna finish putting on our carbon fiber piece here and get that set in the car as well. Oh, hi. Hi. Your breath stinks. And there we go. Perfect. We need to slide our reverse lockout down into this thing again and tighten these little Allens back up. Okay, I think our reverse lockout is on there real nice and good, so we can now go ahead and snap. I'm gonna take our lock nut and reinstall it back on here. Now I can take our giant shift knob and tighten it down in place. Too far. There we go. Perfect. Now the shift knob works perfectly, except for we've just got literally a pound and a half of a shift knob now. What you doing, Mia?
So now, as you see, guys, we've got our console in place. We've got our shift knob in place. That carbon fiber looks good. Cup holders back in place. No giant cutout right here for where that hydro handle was. Getting closer to looking just like another normal car in here. See, now all this is visible only because we haven't put the rear seat delete in. So we're gonna do that here in just a second. But I just wanted to stop and show you guys what this looks like, because already this thing looks so much better.
Oh man, this is gonna be fun. In there. And this one in the back goes in that threaded hole. And then I need to take these little Torx out, and these new brackets go in the mount where the seat belts used to mount down here. This is fun. Now we need to take our 2 little corner bracket pieces and install those back where the seat belts used to be. After that, these 2 pieces go in there. Here, I'm actually probably gonna have to pass them. That one goes on the driver's side. I'm gonna just set this one.
These, right?
I don't know, that's what I'm trying to see.
Is that the bottom or is that the back?
This is the bottom. So this one should... Numero dos.
Yeah, that one. Whatever the second letter in the number bed is.
In the number bed?
Yeah, the second letter in the number bed.
Awesome, hell yeah. Yeah, so they've already cut out the holes. We can just cut one slit on both sides and cut an X in the carpet and slip it on. It's about to get dark in here, so you're probably not gonna be able to see at all what I'm doing. But I'm sliding the back piece in, and it is super hot back here. It's done. Get me out of here. I didn't know I was claustrophobic, but this surely taught it to me. Literally, like 45 minutes later after fighting with the thing, and I think I got it. Now we've got access to everything that we need. We've got our battery back here now, so it looks all nice and neat. But overall, as you guys see, it looks really nice back here. I do need to put the sub back in because I am gonna start driving this car a lot more just to drive it. I mean, that we kind of can't race right now with Corona anyway, so weight doesn't really matter. I just want to drive the car and have fun with it. All right, so last I'm gonna put the sub back in here. See if I can squeeze our sub back down into place. I'm gonna connect it first. I'm gonna tighten this thing down, and then we're done. Subs back in, everything just looks real nice and neat back here. And then obviously if you get back in the car, definite changes in here. I cannot even believe honestly how much better it looks in here. It's crazy. We've got a mess to pick up. Last little piece in the console. We got everything in, we got everything installed finally. Looks much better. I am worn out, honestly. That car is very difficult to get in the back seat of. With that being said, guys, that is gonna be a wrap for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you drop a like on this video, comment down below, let me know what you guys think of these new additions to the car. Personally, I think it really makes it look a lot nicer. Slowly but surely turning this thing into a much nicer car, so much needed, to be honest. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. Till next time.
Go hard in the paint, give it all before I give up. I was born to be a great, I was made to be a winner. Never fall, I never break.